Are you familiar with what happened with Wesley Snipes?
For sure, absolutely.
Get his sovereignty.
I'm familiar with what happened with me doing the same thing.
Okay, so let's build on that.
You know, like there's, you know, the so-called white man has been on these on this patriotic tip and for years, months, and days, and so that stuff sort of got introduced into our communities, and so there were certain templates and stuff like that brothers would get a hold of and write up and try to combat some of their I'll speak solely about me, some of my inabilities to, okay, I'm not paying this, I'm not doing that, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to fill this paperwork out and shoot it in, and, you know, all is going to be forgiven because I'm a Moorish American and this is my land, and et cetera, right? You're getting into contract law and stuff like that, which does have some benefit to knowing and understanding, regardless of your status. But so I had a court case with the state of California, right? And I'm thinking I got this paperwork, I'll write this up, make sure, blah, 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 send it in. About a month or two later, they send me a summary judgment, right? Like, oh, you need to pay all of this, plus this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, okay, this is not the way this is supposed to work according to what I was learning and digesting and inputting in myself at the time. And so that was one of the things that kind of had me like, like it had me pause a bit, like, because this wasn't supposed to move in this way. And then brothers would say, oh, brothers, just because you didn't do this part right, or brother, you just didn't do this part right. And I'm like, well, I sat with you brothers and we went through this whole thing, right? So it's like, you know, like, what's going on here? And I want to also preface that aspect is not really things that Prophet Noble Ali brought anyway. Like it's it's an aspect that, like all the paperwork and all this other different type of stuff, that's an aspect that got put in through faulty membership or people, you know, in other parts of the country and stuff like that, saying that this is the way it's supposed to move.
So Noble Ali himself didn't teach to take that approach as far as
nowhere in his literature, nowhere in his writings did he say, oh man, you ain't gotta pay taxes, or oh man, you ain't gotta do this, and none of that stuff, man.
That's interesting.
Yeah, none of that stuff.
Okay. So you go through the courts and you know, you strive to
here, take that, brother Abdullah. You got to pay this. What you talking about?
So things don't work out the way that you intended them to. What does that do as far as like your perspective of what you're in now? Does it start to make you think like
it raised questions for sure? Obviously it would. It just wasn't right and exact.
Okay.
It kind of well, not kind of, it disappointed me quite a bit. And I saw brothers that was close to me get ran down and get locked up following the same stuff. You know what I mean?
Wow.
The good brother who I took my Shahada with, who's one of the most brilliant men I know, well studied, was one of the brothers that I seen get locked up, like doing the squatting demonstration and all that stuff. And I'm not gonna put my brother's name out there because that ain't where we on. But
squatting,
I saw it, like sitting in people's homes, and you know what I mean, like.
What is that called? The squatter rights?
That type of thing, right? Oh, I got this certain paperwork. I put a bill in my name and it's all good. You know what I mean? Like that type of, you know, there's more things around it, right? But you had people that were doing that. Yeah. That not by way of Prophet Noble Ali in the temple, but by certain individuals that was inside of the temple. Right. And using the temple, being that it was a it's a religious 501c3 religious organization, has certain powers to it, right? Using that as a vehicle to do those things, you know?
Now, what was it that Wesley Snipes was trying to do, and why did he end up in the situation he ended up?
I believe his demonstration God was he was battling in the IRS, and I've had my battle with them as well. We didn't get to the litigation level, but he got to the litigation level, and I'm sure. I'm not going to speak on too much of what I don't know, but I know he was having issues with the IRS, and I know that he was involved or being advised on some of the sovereign citizen stuff. You know what I mean?